CSX, I'm Jim O'Brien, in the garage, out of the garage, the 2016 Volkswagen Beetle Dune Edition. Now, I will admit, some of these special edition cars that I see, they paint them all black, they paint them all white, they paint them red, they call them Tornado, Flame, Midnight, Snow Bunny, whatever they are. And they're cool, but I don't know, it just seems like you're putting a new coat of paint on it. Now, you are putting a new coat of paint on the Volkswagen Beetle, but there's a history here. The Dune buggy, I mean, this is Volkswagen. Whoever came up with this, it's genius. And the response I get from people is hilarious. First day I went to the grocery store, guy comes walking out and goes, "Dude, Dune buggy." I'm like, "Yeah, brah, let's go catch 5 or hang 5 or hang 10 or I don't know, hang a beer." I don't know what that... I'm from California. You'd think I'd know more about that. And then at the radio station, 3 or 4 different people walking up going, "What is that car you're driving? It's so cool." That's what a Volkswagen Beetle, this Dune Edition, really does better than most cars that I've seen. It is fun to drive, and it gets a little bit of attention. There's nothing wrong with that. Which comes to my next point. Why would you buy the car you bought? Think about it. I bought a minivan because we needed one. I mean, we have kids, and we were hauling people around and stuff, so we bought one. Is it fun? Not really. Is it practical and service well? Absolutely. I've got a 15-year-old pickup truck. It gets horrible gas mileage, it's got rust all over it, but it's all-wheel drive, it drives great in the winter, it serves a purpose. But when you're driving a Volkswagen like this, I think Beetle owners, you want to have fun. And this car, as you can hear from the acceleration, is fun. I'm just sailing down the lodge right now, observing all posted speed limits, officer. 1.8 liter engine, the turbo in it, it's really good, and I wind up throwing it out of drive and into the sport mode more often. Drive, it's hard to explain. It's kind of between gears. It feels like the throw is a little bit longer than it should be, that gap between there. But when you're driving in S mode, shorter shifts, and it's just a ton of fun to drive. The stance in the Volkswagen, they elevated it a couple inches, you don't even notice. The rear spoiler is awesome. The skid plate in the back, which is really a diffuser, acts as a skid plate if you do bottom it out, or as Michigan we call it, driving over so-called paved roads. Interior, some of the trim they've done inside is fantastic. A couple things that I really want to compliment the folks at Volkswagen on. First of all, the steering. Small cars have a tendency to go one way or the other. They're either really loose and just, I call them spongy. They're just soft and kind of meh when you're driving it, which makes me crazy. But conversely, some people make small cars and the steering is so damn tight, you feel like you're driving a slot car or you're playing Forza on a video game. This steering has just the right amount of feedback that I know I'm connected to the car without feeling like I'm getting thrown all over the place. They've done a really good job with that. Volkswagen Beetle, it's a cool car. It's their 3rd generation of doing these. This Dune Edition is a lot of fun. $25,000 is MSRP. I would recommend it to somebody. If you love Beetles and you like this style of car, you can't go wrong. This is really a good car. To my friends at Volkswagen, make the side view mirrors a little bit bigger, please. You do have a little bit of an issue with the blind spot on the driver's side. The A-pillars are big, I get that. That's the big post right here up front. I'm 6'5", and when I'm sitting in the car, even with the seat all the way down, I have to do the duck, so I can see the red light. Overall, though, I'd give it 4 stars. It is what it's supposed to be. It's a fun car, and you're going to get a reaction from people, and you're going to have a good time driving it. And maybe, when you buy a Beetle, isn't that what it's all about? I'm Jim O'Brien. You can catch all my automotive reviews. You can go to WCSX.com. You can also check them out there. Check out our weekly podcast as well, In the Garage, at ITGWCSX. All sorts of great guests. We've had Bob Seeger, Mario Andretti, Bob Lutz, Ken Calvert from right here in the Motor City. We got a lot of other great folks coming on there too. And hit me up on Twitter, at JimInTheD. I'm going to go have some fun while obeying all the posted speed limits.